because in the first game, in the original Final Fantasy VII, the character development was pretty much just the character just the whole personality of a character only developed upon a specific message they needed to deliver. For example, Aerith's message was protect nature. Clouds just a way to show how you can get to understand yourself. But in this one, the personalities all the character development is way better. As I just said, is one of the things I love most about this game is that you can actually connect to these characters. You just don't get a plain message out of them, and that's it. And you could still do in Final Fantasy VII, but I think it's better here because um, you actually get to understand them way better. And when I got to the ending of this, I got teary eyes because when Aerith died, I got sad, but with this, I got teary eyed because it was very harsh to see how Zack followed a path to actually become a hero. But then when he thought he was like at the top of his achievement, then was when the whole organization he was serving betrayed him in this sort of way, and probably that's there's a message there, but I'm not gonna explain it deeply because I don't want to offend anybody. I think it's pretty obvious. um, so it's a great game. If you haven't played it, please do. Okay, moving on to the movie. Which movie did I choose? Well, it's a movie that's been out for a really long time, and I don't really want to talk about the movie specifically. I just want to talk about more about the special features inside the DVD release, which was about a few months ago. This is the movie is Harry Potter and the Half Blood Prince, the last Harry Potter that has been released. Um, I in terms of movie, it was well done. I really liked the new Hogwarts. I really loved the style they gave to the characters. I think they make them more teenager like than they are in the book. But you don't get the same feeling from the relationship between Dumbledore and Harry in the book. It's very deep. I guess it's the one books that the last one did too, but this one really got to me. I mean, I ended it in 4 days because I really liked how J.K. Rowling did it. But in the movie, since it's all narrowed down to 2 hours, you don't get the same feeling exactly. But what I wanna point out about this DVD release is they have a documentary about how J.K. Rowling came to do this, and it's very fun. I think she explains a lot of things that I can actually relate to as a writer, and it's just great. I really like to listen to her. She's a very fun person to talk to, and I really hope to meet her in person someday and share ideas and stuff. And what else is here? Oh, right. There's this attraction they're gonna open up at Universal, where they're gonna do where they did a Hogwarts. I when I went, I actually saw it. They were planning it, but the development wasn't very much back then because I went like in when I was 14, and right now I'm 18, so it's 4 years ago. It was very early development, but they're gonna open it up very soon, and I really hope to go because I remember when I was a little kid and I went by with all my friends doing this stupid drama of Harry Potter. We just each one of us took a role and we learned the whole episode, and then we'll start doing it all by ourselves. It was really fun. I think it was one of those moments where I realized that another career I wanted to pursue was acting, and it's great to see Hogwarts done. Because it was one of the main points that attracted me to Harry Potter. That this great magical place where you could just go and take classes there and be surrounded by nature and magic, and it's the setting was a very important part of me to get attracted to Harry Potter. And well, that's pretty much all there is to say about the DVD release. There's also this feature where the actors answer questions that was also really fun because I think that's something that was a sort of lacking under other DVDs. You didn't really get to know a little bit more about the actors. So, okay, so that's pretty much all we get about this. And now I'm gonna move on to the TV series or TV show, which today I'm gonna dedicate to a show that is getting canceled. That I still don't haven't gotten over the fact that it's getting canceled. I mean, um, because it's a soap, and soaps in America are like you think they're gonna be eternal, because it's been like 70 years, 50 years, 40 years, and you're like, wow, this is gonna go on for the long run and still be on. And so when I was little, I started watching this soap, and back then I didn't understand a word of English. So I just watched it and I was like, yeah, someday I'm gonna be on that show because I love it. And I really didn't understand the situations very well, But through the years, when I actually learned English, I really got attached to the soap because it's for me, it's actually the only soap where things don't look over dramatic. Like they go like, "I'm your son," and then they stay looking at like this, like for 5 seconds before or 10 seconds before the pause comes, or the pause, I mean the commercials, or they just say things very very drastically, like it's theater. And hello, it's not theater, it's a soap. You have to make it believable, to make it real. And I think the actors do that really really well here. And the soap is As the World Turns, which is ending here on September. And I still can't believe they're doing that. But especially because it was one of my goals. Like, I'm gonna be in that someday. When I remember many stupid things I said when I was a kid, but some of them actually survived as goals. And it's really sad that it's gonna be turned down. Though I hear there's a group at Facebook that's trying to stop this cancellation thing, and trying to make all the soaps that have been canceled or are going to be canceled survive. So if I do find it, I'm gonna put the link somewhere around the page, or here around the screen. Um, so you can support the soaps if you actually like them. If you don't like them, well, don't support them. uh, but I think it's very epic that American people do that. That you people of the United States just keep a show going for so long. Because here the soap operas are really short. They are like 6 months, or maximum a year and a half and stuff like that. They don't last long. And well, that's pretty much all I have to say for soaps, for the soap. Um, and except for the fact that it actually has a lot of messages about family and all, but I don't think I have to emphasize that. It's there, plain, and well, there's no weight, there's no actual subliminal message. It's just there. The message is just there, playing out, and they do it greatly. Okay, so now let's move on to the last thing I'm gonna discuss in the show, which is the anime. I chose an anime that it's not the last I watched. It's one that has special meaning to me, and ever since I watched it when I was a kid, I said I'm gonna collect this. I'm gonna buy it. But when it first was released to DVD, it wasn't released in seasons or anything. It was released in separate DVDs, and each of them were like 20 to 25, or even more expensive at some places. And I was like, all that money for just 3 episodes? No, let's wait. And yesterday, when I was at Walmart looking with all the pack of CDs in my hand, I found it and I was like, yes. And the best thing about it was that behind it says original Japanese and music. So it's Dragon Ball GT. Dragon Ball GT in there at the US, if you're watching me at the US or the UK or any of the English speaking countries, it wasn't such a big success, but in the Latin countries it was. Why is that? Well, you see, it first was released, as many of us know, probably all of us, was released in Japan. Sorry, I said it in Spanish here. Um,